There's something else that you guys are covering today, and that's a big pro-life rally in Philadelphia.
Right.
How big is this?
Yeah, the crowds are good. I haven't looked at, we have a live feed going in. I've been taping our special, so I haven't actually seen the crowds, but
pretty big,
from
though.
the reports,
Yeah.
It looks like there's a lot of people there. Matt Walsh had actually been the first to tweet it out because did you guys see the story of Brian Sims, a Democratic rep from Pennsylvania who went on tape, and you know what it reminded me of? He was berating a pro-lifer out there, an elderly woman who was just out there alone, and she was out there praying for the, butchery that was going inside Planned Parenthood, hoping that hearts and minds would change.
And some like teenagers too. He was berating,
And that was in a separate video, and he was trying to dox them. He was asking 100 people $100 he'd give them if someone knew these people's names and addresses and would give
Imagine
them out.
doing that to teenage girls.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and this is an elected official. And so he was on camera doing that, and so Matt Walsh tweeted it out and said, "Hey, we should go to this place." And so that's what's happening there today, and we're live streaming it on faithwire.com.
Faithwire's there. Our own Graham Allen is there as well. Abby Johnson from the movie Unplanned is her story. She's there. Lila Rose is there. I mean, it's turned into a big thing, and thank God that there's still people out there reacting to a video which was blatant harassment of elderly people and teenagers who are praying.
Can you imagine?
It's
just
we've
imagine
slipped so far.
You as an adult male say, "I'll give people $100 if you can identify these people and tell me where they live." For what purpose? For what purpose?
Well, and it's against the exact same. He was sitting there saying they're shaming people. They're shaming people who go in there, and it's like that. No, that's what you're doing. What a woman like that was doing, and what those kids were doing. I've watched countless hours of these protesters, these Christians that are out in front of Planned Parenthood and other pro-lifers as well. And not once have I seen them out there being brutal and shaming them and yelling at them. No, they're pleading with them. They want to save the lives of these children that are going in there.
I've seen people shaming, baby killer, things like that. I have seen that. But I think that's changing. I think that was 20 years ago.
Right.
Yeah.
Now people are just much cooler about it. And they really are. I mean, that's the way to do it. You're not going to change anyone's heart by calling them a baby killer.
Right. And could it be possible that, because I now that you mentioned it, I can remember seeing some of those clips back in the day too. Is it possible that that's just what the media chose to show us?
Yeah.
Yes,
they chose
it
to
is.
show us that instead of, we had a report on a guy who has stood out in front of a Planned Parenthood clinic in Orlando for, I think, almost a decade now, and they've credited over 2,000 babies saved because of this guy. And he's a simple guy, and all he does is go out there and preach the gospel to these women going in. Hey, God doesn't want you to do this. Come talk to me. I want to show you this. And God's word changes their hearts.
Yeah.